Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Donald and this is Eyes Up NJ. So tonight I am back in the field where I was doing the Comet. They say that there won't be any clouds, but it does look like the viewing is still going to be very limited. We are only at like a 3% moon. I don't have any set of targets tonight. I am going to try to get the Comet one more time just to add to the collection of pictures that I was able to grab in a short portion, because the last couple of days I would get out, I would get a couple pictures, and then clouds would just kind of come in. As you could probably tell if you follow my channel, you would have seen the time lapse that I did of the clouds. So with that, I'm gonna kind of just get to this. I still have a little bit until night. I'm gonna get the rest of these guys set up. I do have 2 time lapses running, so I'm gonna be using both of my phones for some of the long exposures and the time lapses that I'm planning on getting tonight. However, with that, I always appreciate the support. YouTube, which is all my long content, Instagram for all the raw photos, and TikTok for all the shorter versions of this content here. So if you're not really a fan of the long content, if you don't want to see the process it takes to achieve said goals, then yeah, just turn over to the TikTok. You'll get the more streamlined stuff. But if you do want to see the amount of work that goes into these videos, absolutely follow these on YouTube. If you haven't already, please, again, follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment. That also helps the algorithm. Let me get my content to more people. Guys, kick back, relax, and we'll get back in a couple minutes. Alright, so real quick before we jump to the rest of this, I just wanted to show you guys what I'm looking at as far as the night. So as you can see on the top line here, this is all clear. This is skies, right? And then we have transparency, and then we have our seeing. And then down here you have the results of all these. So we're going to have 7-mile-an-hour winds. Our transparency is below average, and our cloud is 0, our seeing is average. And as we get further in, we see the percentages change, and after 9 o'clock, everything kind of doesn't get too great. I mean, transparency kind of adjusts right up to normal, and then seeing then takes the below average. Just so you guys can kind of see where I'm at here as far as all this and what I expect to see for tonight and my visual ability, which most of this doesn't really affect the Pro too much, but it really affects this guy and my ability to see with this. As you can see, I already switched into my hoodie. It is getting to that time of year. It's just getting colder earlier. It's also getting dark earlier, which is great for me. As far as the night part, cold part, not so much. I did put some extra layers on, so hopefully that will help, and I got some gloves, which is great until I go to use my equipment, then I gotta take it all off. However, I just wanted to throw in a little quick update and give you guys a view on what this looks like and what I am planning on seeing for the night. Alright, and with that, we'll see what we can get tonight. Right now I'm looking for the Comet A6 Lemmons, seeing if we can get it before it's too far out to sea. Oh, there it is. It's pretty high up in the sky right now. That's a good thing. That might mean, even though it's going to be kind of smaller, I'll be able to get a longer exposure of it this time around. I'm going to move it around a little bit here. Let's observe. I find that its first couple pictures are actually a lot better than its advanced picture. So we'll take a couple pictures here to get what we can out of it. I mean, this looks absolutely incredible. And if you don't know, Lemmons is a comet that will not be back in the solar system. Well, it always is in our system. It goes all the way out to the Oort cloud. It won't be back for about 1,300 years-ish. I mean, the numbers kind of vary. I've heard 13, I've heard 15, but either way, I'm not going to be alive when it makes its next journey through. this is really a once-in-a-lifetime thing to grab. And the same thing with Atlas. I did try to get a picture of it, but it was just simply too close to the sun, and I wasn't able to use this to track it because I wasn't really aware of how to do that yet. And it wasn't really until I started doing this one here that I really kind of got the hang of it. Now this guy is high enough in the sky. I am going to try to pull this up on the telescope and see what we can get. Alright, so I can't use the star sense to find this because it doesn't pop up on the star sense. Alright, so let's see if I can find it. I just have to do a small scan. Oh, there it is. Look, nice. Now, see if I can do this generally kind of quick. I'm going to move this back too. Oh, this is actually about to die. Alright, so since this is going to die, I'm going to stop this. I got to plug this guy into this and let it charge a little bit while I continue to search for this guy. Once I do, I'll pop back in here and I'll show you guys the picture. Alright, so stand by for me. Alright, and with that, I actually got it. I got some nice pictures. I'll put them here so you can see them. They came out pretty alright over the phone. So what I found is that I wasn't able to actually see it through the phone until I did the semi-long exposure that the Samsungs have. So I had to do it again by eye, find it, and very carefully put it back on and adjust it. The cold weather is completely destroying my batteries, by the way. So I am going to do my best to give you as much content as I can without killing literally everything I have. And I'm trying to get some long time lapses of the sky as they go through for you guys. Alright, so I have a long exposure running on this guy here at 300 times. That's how I got the really cool effect that we got during the clouded time lapse that I posted. So I'm actually trying it for the first time without. Now, the way this generally works is for every 5 minutes of record time, I get 1 second of actual video time. So it takes a very, very long time. I also have another one over here doing kind of the same thing, more over in this direction. This is more aiming towards where the comet itself is. As of right now, my Pro is still getting some pictures of it. I had to restart it. I had up to like 35 minutes, but it kind of got distorted. So what I was told is that when taking pictures of the comet, that I can't do too long of exposures because eventually it becomes warped. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just take straight pictures of this while I go ahead and get the best image that I can of it, and once it kind of gets distorted, I'll end it and I'll try to find another target. Like I said, I didn't really come out here with any particular thing in mind. I don't even really think I'll be out here that late tonight, but I definitely wanted to take one more shot at this guy since we got clouded out so badly on the last couple days. So I actually kind of like the way it looks better without the enhancement because it looks nice and round and crisp. Give me your feedback on what you think on this, on which picture of this you actually like better. So with that, the cold is kind of sucking the battery out of all my devices, so I don't think I'll be out here all that long just because of that. And it already killed one of my batteries for this camera here, and my power bank is currently charging my phone so it can do the long exposure that I'm trying to do of the sky. So I do want you guys to know that I do, again, appreciate everything. Please like, follow, and subscribe. So guys, just kind of bear with me. Yeah, and we'll go from there. Alright, so while I was away, I did do M33. I'm done with the Comet, by the way. I got about another 7-minute exposure, and then it kind of distorted again. So it seemed like 7 minutes was kind of like the cutoff on where I could go with before it became distorted. Alright, so I did look at M33. I did have a picture of this before. It looked alright, so I decided to do it again today, and I actually kind of enjoyed the picture more today than I had the last time I tried it. Alright, so with that done, I actually decided to take a quick look at the other comet list. And I actually found that SWAN was in our sky still. It is not the optimal time to see SWAN, but I thought I'd take a shot. So here it is. So I don't really know much about SWAN. I do know that it, like Lemmons, is just passing by and won't be back for a while. We are pretty much running out of time. All my stuff is dying very quickly. But guys, as always, thank you for joining me tonight. We didn't really do a lot with the main telescope, but really the skies aren't really good enough for it. It works for the Pro, but not really for this. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys enjoy the content I'm trying to provide. Please like, follow, subscribe, comment, share it if you can. You know, help me get this stuff out there. Thank you for joining, and remember, eyes up, NJ.